So we're here at College Park Elementary School, which is in North Central. This is the first of 4 meetings where we're inviting community members to give input on different scenarios looking at sustainable growth for the city, looking across transportation options, walkability, different levels of density, and different combinations of housing and commercial development.
And we're here at College Park Elementary taking a deep dive into a range of alternatives for study areas outlined in our San Mateo general plan from now toward the year 2040.
So study area 1 is El Camino Rail, and it's broken into 3 sections. The northern end runs from Peninsula down to Baldwin, north of downtown. The central area is from Central Park down to Burrell Square Shopping Center. And then we have a southern section from 36th to 40th in the southern section of El Camino Rail. And so basically between the 3 areas, the northern section largely stays the same. It's mostly a residential medium designation, and that lets you build anywhere from 4 to 7 story residential buildings. The main difference between the 3 is here in the center area. So whereas A and C really let you use sort of mixed use designations here, so you could build perhaps a combination of office and residential or commercial and residential. B allows for some higher rise residential developments. So these brown blocks are actually residential high, allowing for 8+ stories of residential buildings. And in the southern section here, the main distinction is these sort of maintain a commercial neighborhood designation. So those are things like neighborhood markets and what sort of people in the surrounding areas would use on a regular basis. Whereas the center, the B study area, allows for some of those commercial uses to continue because it's now mixed use, but it will also allow for additional housing units to be built on top of them.
So each station is thematic, looking at one specific one would be different transportation options. So one would be prioritizing pedestrian walkability. Another one would be looking at transit development. Another one might be a combination of the 2. Really interesting ideas, like, for example, creating a designated, walkable, pedestrian-only street downtown.
Yeah, each area has a different study piece, a different part of San Mateo that's currently being looked at for changes, because things won't stay the same from now until 2040, so we need to start thinking about how might the future of San Mateo look. There are 10 different areas, so just different parts around town, and a number of alternatives at each. So we can get a sense of different ideas for how each part of our city might change in the future and what might best fit people who are going to be here in 20 years.
What you're seeing is study area 6. This is the Campus Drive area, and currently what it's utilized as is existing offices, as well as Laurelwood Shopping Center. And in each alternative, what you're seeing is a progression of additional housing, serving a need that's, a need for the city. So in this scenario, you're seeing retention of offices sort of in these parts of the area, and then sort of medium density housing in the other parts. Laurelwood Shopping Center becoming low density mixed use. In alternative B, you're seeing more housing, some office, and then Laurelwood Shopping Center, low density mixed use. And then alternative C, all residential where the offices exist, and then retention of Laurelwood Shopping Center.
It's a lot of material, and so people are going to take it at their own pace. Some are going to be getting a quick hit of each one. Some may want to take a closer look at their own neighborhood if it's part of a study area. They might want to do it alone. There are facilitators who can talk through what people are looking at and give them a sense of what's there now and what could be. I've been trying to talk to anybody I can because I want to get a sense of what other people interpret out of this, and get a sense of what they're thinking about.
I am at study area number 10, and this is the Bridgepoint Shopping Center. We have 3 alternatives. This first alternative keeps the heart of Bridgepoint Shopping Center as regional commercial. It does look at a parcel to the southwest of Bridgepoint as turning that into residential medium. Alternative B looks at the northern portion of Bridgepoint Shopping Center and envisions it as mixed-use low with the goals of implementing some sort of town center, village center. And then the same area is considered in Alternative C. However, that northern area is looked at as more of an opportunity for residential medium, as well as this parcel to the west of Bridgepoint. And then another change is Alternative B and Alternative C also look at a privately owned public open space as part of that land use designation change.
When I look around the room, we have a really good cross-section of folks. We have people speaking different languages. We have all generations represented. There's really good questions and good feedback, and we're not married to any of the scenarios. The idea is to parse out different opportunities and different options, and then pull from the best of those things based on the feedback that we're getting.
It's a great opportunity to remind people that we control our own destiny, that not a whole lot is necessarily set in stone, and people can start with these ideas and chew on them a little bit. I know I'm going to. To me, I think this is the beginning to start thinking about what's around the city now, what might I like to see in the future, what might be good for people later, and I would like to have conversations with others who have done the same so that we can just feel a little more aware about our role in the city as it grows and evolves as we continue to live here.
So the general plan process it's really one of the most important moments that our city is in, and every step along the way is going to determine the next 20 years of our future. So it'll determine my future, my children's future, and everyone else in this community. And to see this level of participation and engagement and the really thoughtful feedback and the ways that the city has engaged and educated our community to have a really meaningful experience and get to really good solutions. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of this entire journey, and I'm excited to see what will come of it.